up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. You know, your girl is literally trying her best to like keep up with posting and doing everything that I have to do. And y'all, I must say we've been doing pretty good. Like, we gotta give ourselves a round of applause because every week y'all been getting a video. So let's clap it up. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up because I'm sure if you're here, you're gonna love it. And of course, turn your bell notifications on so you guys can know when your girl is posting.
She banking on me on the bank. I smack her, she let her get spanked. I tackle her, bitch, let her wrestle. Young bachelor, we love to play. So come out when I move the drapes. Know my move when I grab your waist. Know you fucking a man that's made. Hey, keep it low key, she ain't after fame. No, she ain't after fame. You ain't like that, oh, I used to be fucking. You don't have nothing to say.
So today, I am doing a cheesecake for my man because it's his birthday. He's coming in town as well, so he's coming home. He's been living out of town for a while for business needs. He was coming back home finally, so I'm making him a cheesecake. He loves cheesecake. That's his favorite. He loves when I make him cheesecake, so that's what we're gonna go with. I was thinking a birthday cake, but I'm like, he's not a birthday cake guy. Like, I'm a birthday cake type of person, but he's more of a cheesecake person. That's his absolute, like, he has to have it. So I'm making that, and then I got these table toppers as well. These and these. Oh, and y'all see the nails? Your girl did her a nice, real cute set of nails. I did do them myself, and here's the other hand. So y'all can see I did a good job on both hands. I'm really proud of this set, so I just have to show them off. I have to. I love it so much. I feel like I did such a good job. This is the first time I really feel like I went to the salon, but I did it for real. And granted, I've done a good job before. Like, I'm not bad by any means, so I don't feel like I'm terrible or anything. Okay, babe. Because she could be in the sausages, hot dogs. But, yes. So, let me open this with this. Excuse me. Because I don't want to mess with my nails. Even though they're short, I still don't like that. Oh, I hate when this shit do this. Baby, it's okay. I don't need it. Thank you, though. I appreciate you so much. You need it? Okay. If you need it, that's fine. You want to use a fork this time? Okay. Uh-oh, excuse me, Prince. But y'all, he loves these Vienna sausages so much. So, and I stopped buying them for a while because they have like nitrates and stuff in them. And I mean, in-case meat in general is just not good. But I bought him some more because he likes them. He snacks on them. He's not eating them every day, all day or anything. But he does like them and he enjoys them. And so do I. I grew up eating them. But I grew up eating the regular Vienna sausages, the pork ones. These are chicken, so they should be much better. And from what I researched, these are the better brand of chicken Vienna sausages. As a matter of fact, do these still have nitrate in them? Yeah, it do. Sodium nitrate right there. So, yeah, I mean, but it's just so much food with sodium nitrate in it. Honestly, it's hard to find something that doesn't have it. All right, baby. Because it's just basically a, you need a paper towel? It's basically a, here you go. What is it called? Y'all cannot think right now. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm thinking pasteurized. But basically, it is processed. There we go. God. I don't know why that was so hard for me. And pasteurized was just coming to my head. But yes, it just helps with it being processed, basically. So it doesn't go bad so quickly. That's it. That's all. But yeah, again, just don't feed them to your kids often. Too much anything is just not good. Give it to them in increments and they'll be fine. So yes, I'm about to get started on the cheesecake, and I'm also for dinner going to make him some lamb. I was going to make lamb stew, but I'm not going to do the stew this time. I'm just going to do lamb because he likes just lamb. I'm more of a stew person. See, again, I be thinking of myself too sometimes, and I be having to remember, like, it's just not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. So with me knowing that, remembering that, and reminding myself of that, I am making him the lamb regular. I'll just sear it on both sides with some good seasonings and whatnot. And actually, no, I'm not gonna marinate it right now. I'm gonna wait until after I finish the cheesecake because I don't want to put that on my hands. I don't know. I'm weird about stuff like that, so I'm not gonna touch that till after I finish the cheesecake. But I do have it thrown out in the sink. And then, I didn't show y'all the other ones. So I got those, and then I got this one. So I don't know which one I'm gonna do, honestly. I'm still contemplating. I feel like it's gonna depend on the vibes of the cake. Oh, and then this one, I didn't even know that. It has like holes at the top for you to put candles inside of. So I have some extra candles over there in the drawer. I'm gonna see if those work for this. For this. If they don't, we're gonna go with these and call it a day. And then I also got some balloons. I'll put a screenshot of the picture from Amazon right here in the side. So I have these balloons. Ordered off Amazon like 2 weeks ago. I also ordered some other ones because these just say welcome home. It's his birthday, and again, he's coming home. So I had to do both, a 2 for 1. And these are like really, really cute. I love them. I also ordered the same like color and everything in the word daddy, but it did not come. It was supposed to get here yesterday or Saturday, but it switched to now saying it'll be here today or tomorrow. And obviously tomorrow won't matter because he'll be home. No need. So, I'm gonna probably cancel that order, honestly. I did go to Walmart to try to find some other ones. Let me show y'all. Which I found some, Sad part is though, they're gold. They're gold. These letters are black, so which I didn't realize it until I got home and I said, wait a minute. Because I was looking through there. I don't know, some told me to just make sure like they're the same kind of gold, make sure it's not silver or something. I don't know. Some just told me to look, and I looked and they was black. So can't use these. I was thinking, let me go to Party City, I'm gonna try to see if I can find him there. But honestly, he's not gonna care about that. Yes, sir. Oh, I see. Go over there, make sure you finish that homework up. You still had that last page. Go ahead and finish coloring. You was coloring the duck yellow, right? Yeah, go finish. But yeah, so he's not gonna care about that. He doesn't even care about birthdays, y'all. This is really like, because I know like he deserves to be celebrated. Even though he doesn't care about being celebrated, he still deserves it. So I want to make sure he gets celebrated. Even though we're doing something very low key, like I was gonna take him out. He didn't want to go out because he's driving here, and that's gonna be too much on him to have to did a long drive and then get here, and then I'm talking about going somewhere, and he gotta be around people. Your energy meter be very low after a trip in general, whether it's a plane ride or a car ride, but car ride is even worse. So I don't want to add to any negative feelings he might be feeling or anything. So we're gonna do something low key, but still like again celebrate him. So yeah, I'm about to jump into making this cheesecake. Y'all can follow along with me. Bless you, babe. Oh, bless you, babe. And then obviously I'll, vlog the whole thing with me cooking the dinner, putting the balloons up and everything. Because me and Seven will probably do the balloons together in the bedroom. I'm going to put them above the bed. And it's going to be so freaking cute. I can't wait. So I'm using 2 8-ounce packs of the Philadelphia cream cheese. I have a stand mixer, but I also have like a hand mixer. And I have a whisk. You can use either of those. You do not need a stand mixer to make a cheesecake. You can also make a box cheesecake. If you are in a rush, if you're not the most experienced baker. I've been baking for years. I love to bake. It is one of my favorites, pastime things to do. So yes, I really enjoyed doing this. Plus, it's one of my love languages, like doing things for others and gifting others. That is really big to me. So yeah, and then because I know he likes it so much, to me, it should mean more. And I like doing things that mean more than just those tangible things and name brand things. Sometimes we can get caught up. And again, he just does so much. He's not really even into a lot of stuff. So yeah, I just thought that this was a really nice gesture, and I hope he thinks so as well. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Should I have done more? should I have went out and spent more money? Like, what would you do for your person? Would you spend money on gifts, or are you more like I want to do something that's more like memorable, that they're going to pretty much feel a lot better about? I don't know. Something that can last as a memory, something that's not tangible. Y'all let me know. But I went ahead and grabbed the rest of the ingredients and stuff that I was going to need for this out of the fridge, which you just need 8 ounces of cream cheese, sour cream, 1 tablespoon of sour cream, so you don't need much. You need 2 medium-sized eggs. I bought large eggs, but I just used 2 of the smallest ones that were in the carton. And so, yeah, you don't need to actually have medium size. You just need to pick the smallest out of the large size if that's all you have. And yeah, so you mix them in one by one. You want to do one by one because it's going to help make sure that your cheesecake is like nice, moist, fluffy, and like it just, I don't know, it just really does something to it. If you mix them both in at the same time, it's not as fluffy, right? And that's just the facts of the matter. It's going to be a lot flatter. But doing them one by one, it's going to be nice, and it's just going to be perfect. So, you know, you can do with that information what you will. And next, I go in with my scraper because by this point of mixing just the cream cheese and the eggs together, it's going to stick to the sides because when you're using a stand mixer, that bowl is so deep and wide that when it starts mixing, it's just pushing everything to the sides and like to the bottom. So I just go in with my scraper and scrape everything off the sides. Make sure I get deep in the bottom because if you don't, once you are like pouring everything out of your bowl, you're going to see everything sitting in that bottom part that did not get mixed up. So I go in and I really, really, really make sure I scrape the bottom, scrape those sides, and I get all parts of that bowl because, again, we don't want no chunks, no lumps, no nothing in this cheesecake. We want it to be as nice and smooth and creamy as possible. Like Given Restaurant, Given Cheesecake Factory, those are the vibes we're going for. Matter of fact, we trying to top Cheesecake Factory if we can, okay? Period. There's nothing like homemade. Nothing. So, after you do this, so I have my stand mixer now turned up to high, and I'm going in with my heavy whipping cream. In the beginning, I had it on like medium to low, but now I have it on high because I am mixing in the heavy whipping cream, and this is what's going to give it that nice thickness. Like, this is what's really going to fluff it up and make it kind of like, I don't know, it's just going to give it a nice thick consistency, and that's what you want. You don't want it to just be like flat and chunky. Y'all will see what I mean because I'm going to show y'all it when I pour it into the bowl or whatever, but it's going to be really nice and like plumped up and just fluffy, and it's just going to come out perfect. I just want y'all to know it's not going to be no lumps in this. If you follow this recipe, you do exactly what I'm doing, you will come out with the perfect cheesecake. So I use obviously the 2 8 ounces of the cream cheese, like I mentioned, the 2 medium-sized eggs, and then I use 1 tablespoon of sour cream. I use 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Sometimes you can add a little extra if you feeling like it. I honestly like to pour it based off my heart. If y'all notice, I don't use measuring sticks or spoons, or cups or anything like that. Not really. Only for my sugar and for my sour cream. That's the only time y'all saw me use them. I pour the heavy whipping cream right in there. So measure with your heart. Do what you want to do. Do what you feel. I am like a baker that cooks with my heart. And I've been making cheesecakes for a long time, so I pretty much have this down pat. Like, it's based off my memory anyways. But yeah, I do still like to make sure with my sugar that I'm not overdoing it. Like, I don't want it to be too sweet because that can just take away from the point of it being a cheesecake, in my opinion. You don't want it to taste like pure sugar. And then, of course, you pour in your vanilla extract. Now, I use 1 tablespoon of vanilla as well. I personally really like vanilla flavoring. If you are a person who doesn't like it that much, use a teaspoon maybe. Don't use a tablespoon. Again, do what works best for you. Follow your taste buds. But initially, if this is your first time making a cheesecake or trying it, you will probably have to, of course, do trial and error, figure out what you like and what you don't like. But this is, again, just my way, and this is the way that I found really, really works for me. So you let this go on high for about 3 to 4 minutes. And once you do that, you can go ahead and get started on your crust because that's what we're about to do next. stop doing this and focus on the crust because I should have did it before, but unfortunately I did not. So while this is mixing, I'm going to the next. Make my crust. So I'm using the Honey Maid honey regular graham crackers. And I use a stick of butter to butter up my pan. You can obviously use like spray, pan spray if you have it. It's up to you. I just like using regular butter when I'm baking because it is going to make sure that whatever I'm making is not going to stick. So use what you want. It's up to you. But that's what I use. And I use a glass and just break up my graham crackers because that's the easiest thing for me. I've used a hand mixer before and it just did not, I don't know, do the job for me. Everything was like flying everywhere. It just wasn't it. And maybe I could have used my stand mixer, but no, not for this. There's no need. I could just smash these up and then keep it moving. You just get it grounded up nice and finely. Once you get everything mixed up and it's to your liking, it's not too many chunks left, you can then pour in your sugar. I bought this, obviously, again, do it to your liking. If you don't like it too sweet, use less. If you like it super sweet, use a little more. I personally like it a little bit in the middle, like not too sweet that it overpowers the graham crackers, but obviously I don't want to just taste graham cracker and it not be as sweet. So yeah, and then you add your butter in. I am using salted butter. You can use unsalted, but if you use unsalted, you're gonna have to add a little salt to kind of cut that sugar a little bit because it will be super sweet if you don't. So once you get it all mixed up and your butter is mixed in there, now you don't want it to be like runny. You don't want it to be too much butter where it's like soaked up in the graham crackers. You want it to be where it's like crumbs. And not crumbs to stick together. Y'all gonna see what I mean in a second. It's gonna be like nice, finely grounded up crumbs. Now, if you have a food processor, that would probably work really good for this, but I don't. So, and this has always worked really well for me. So this is what I do. And I just taste it a little bit to make sure it's to my liking, make sure I need to add no more sugar, salt, anything to it. And of course, it was perfect. So once I get done mixing it up, I'm going to pour in everything in my pan. And so, yeah, take your time pouring the butter in. That way you don't overdo it with the butter. And you just pretty much keep mixing it in until you get it to look like you want it to. Then it will come out exactly like this. And you go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. And I usually cook this for about 30 minutes. I did go a little bit over that this time around, and it still came out great. So 30, 35 minutes is still okay. Even I say 30 to 40 minutes is still okay because, again, it came out perfect. So I use the water bath method when I cook this one. I have done it like without it, but I personally like the water bath because of the way that it cooks the cheesecake. It's kind of like a bisque cheesecake, if that makes sense, with a mix of that and like a New York style cheesecake. I don't know. It just comes out with a really smooth, creamy texture, and it's just really good. So I prefer cooking my cheesecakes this way over just popping it in the oven as is. Plus, you don't get as many cracks when you cook it this way. And that also has to do with the process I was telling you about earlier when you're prepping your cheesecake, and you're whipping everything together. You just gotta be sure not to over whip it. And that'll also help with not having too many cracks in your cheesecake. But now we're just gonna hop into cutting up our strawberries. So I'm gonna use some of the strawberries to make my like strawberry glaze is gonna go on the top, and then I'm going to use some to place like on just the top of the cheesecake and like a cute little design that I'm trying to create. You don't have to do this. I was just really being extra, y'all, because I wanted everything to be so special and cute. So the pieces y'all see me putting on the side, those are the ones I'm going to use for the glaze. And then these are the ones I'm going to use for the actual cheesecake. And I had it in the fridge. I said the freezer, but I had it in the fridge for about an hour before I did this. And that's why I said earlier, y'all want to have as much time as possible because it's a lot to prep and do here. And you want to make sure you have the time and everything you need to be able to do this. And I'm just going in a circle, placing the strawberries one by one. And I did like all the larger size strawberry slices around the outside perimeter area, and then all the smaller size strawberry slices I put in the middle. And I didn't like completely fill the cheesecake up with strawberries. I just pretty much did 2 rows of strawberries and left the middle open because, well, y'all will see why in the end, but it's basically for my little cake topper that I'll be adding. And it's really cute. Y'all saw the 2 options in the beginning, and the one I chose, it really went well with the cheesecake, and if I do say so myself. I feel like it was the perfect choice for the cheesecake, so I'm glad I went with that option. Next, we are making the strawberry glaze. So I'm placing all those small strawberry pieces I was telling you about in my pan. And I'm about to go ahead and chop up a few more strawberries so that I can have just more than enough in here. And it can come out exactly how I want it to. Because I only use the sides. Like the side pieces that y'all saw me cutting off and putting to the side. I only use those. I didn't use the tops, obviously. So I needed a few more pieces to go in here to add to it so they can come out nice and strawberry flavored. And I don't know if it just had the right look I was going for. And next we are adding in our sugar, our strawberry preserve, and our water. You don't want to add too much water, you don't want to add too much sugar, and you don't want to add too much of the strawberry preserve. Just enough of each one. I pretty much eyeball this. I've been making it for so long, just like cheesecake, honestly. Like, I'm a strawberry cheesecake girl, so yeah, I have been doing this for so long that I don't measure it. And I haven't for years. But I pretty much do 2 tablespoons of the strawberry preserve. I do half a cup of water, and then I do about half a cup of sugar. And I mix that up with as much strawberries as you would like, pretty much. And once I have everything mixed up, I want to bring it to a nice boil and then let it cool off. So that's all you're gonna do. Boil it, let it cool. The cooling is so you can pretty much pour it on top of your cooled off cheesecake. You don't want to pour hot strawberry preserves or strawberry glaze over a cooled cheesecake. So let it cool off first. And next we're moving on to our lamb. And these are like the lamb chops, but they're not. They taste just like them though, like it's really no different. And then to me, they kind of give like beef stew vibes. I don't know, because I don't eat beef anymore. Like lamb is my go-to now. When I replace beef, I replace it with lamb. So this is my go-to when I'm feeling like I want a little steak or something beefy because I can't eat no beef. So I use my garlic. I use minced garlic. Yes, I use the kind that's already minced. I don't have the time to do that myself. I just don't. And now this was my first time using my stainless steel pan. And let me tell y'all, do not have that temperature up too high. They said that on the box, and I did not listen. I don't know why. And it literally was so hard that I had to hurry up and like get my meat in there because if I didn't, it was gonna burn my garlic. And I was like, oh my god, like let me hurry up, get them in here, but I don't want to lay them flat because I still want to season them on both sides before I lay them flat. So it was just a whole thing. But once I did get them in, I placed them in basically the tops first, and then I got straight to seasoning them. Now here's everything I used as far as seasonings. You can use these seasonings if you would like, or you don't have to. I use the Kinder's buttery steakhouse seasoning. I use onion powder, garlic powder, of course, rosemary, some grounded up thyme, butter, and olive oil. And so I added slices of butter in, like as these cooked. I added a slice maybe every 3 minutes, and then I added a little olive oil once I flip them over as well. That just helps them stay like juicy in my opinion and not overcook or burn or even undercook. They cook perfectly this way. And then I obviously already have my oven already preheated or had it preheated for the cheesecake. So I just kept it on because I'm going to pop these lamb chops or steaks because they like little lamb steaks. I pop these in the oven to finish cooking, like through the middle part as well. And once I pop them in there, I actually turn it off. So they're not being overly cooked. So once you turn it off, the oven's still going to be super hot, so it's going to cook them through, but it's not going to overcook them to the point they're tough and dried out. Now, I also like to use Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I heard somebody say the worst word in the world, sauce. Because literally, why is it so hard to pronounce it? Like, what? But I add a little bit of that to mine because, again, like, I like the beefy, like, taste. I don't eat beef, so I need stuff that tastes like beef. That's not beef. I know that sounds crazy, but hey, y'all let the vegans get away with it. So why can't I? Like, at least I'm still eating meat. We all gotta fake it to make it, basically. So I'm making it work. It's best for my health needs that I don't eat beef because of my blood type. I cannot eat beef. You are supposed to be eating based on your blood type when it comes to meat and just in general. So look it up. Find out your blood type and look it up because you need to know. Okay? And yes, I'm talking to you. You need to know. And so I'm going to wash my rice because I am going to make rice because he's more of a rice person. And that's okay. I like rice too, but I do like my mashed potatoes. Really, any type of potato, smashed, fried, baked, however you want to do it, give it to me. I'm not gonna lie, but I do like rice too. So yeah, but it just got to be cooked right. I like a lot of butter, and I like it salty. So I don't like it healthy at all. And I just basically measure this by the golden rule of thumb when it comes to making rice. If you don't know, let me help put you on. For every 1 cup of rice, you do 2 cups of water. Okay? Okay. That's why I never taught y'all nothing. Because literally, it's going to come out perfect. Now, granted, if you like your rice a little bit more mushy, add a little extra water. Okay? But this is going to make them come out like that perfect steamed rice. It's going to be great. And once they come to a boil, you cover them. And that's how they come out like steamed rice. Okay? Okay. And now I'm just putting them in the oven like I told y'all to let them finish cooking through because that blood, y'all seen that blood coming out the top. That means they're not done in the middle. So all I need is for them to be cooked through the middle part and get done. So I just had to turn the light on the oven and we're gonna let those cook. And now we're going to move on to the balloons that I'm putting up in the bedroom. Now I was trying to decide if I was going to put them up in here or put them up in the living room because I have a really nice like big wall in the living room above the couch that would have been a perfect space. But the problem with that is I have pictures up and I just did not feel like taking my pictures down to have to put them back up just to put up some balloons that are temporary. So I just did it in the bedroom because it was more intimate and cute that way anyways. And Seven, of course, is my little helper. So he's in here with me. And they gave you like these little sticky tabs that like they come in a pack with the balloons, but yeah, they don't even give you enough. Like they work, they're good, they just don't give you enough. And when you're putting these balloons up, I don't know, maybe I wasn't putting the sticky tabs in the right spaces on the balloons, But like for the letter E, I needed multiple ones. For the letter W, I needed multiple sticky tabs. Like they should give you at least two of those like papers with the sticky tabs because one is not enough. And I literally struggled trying to put this stick in here in the beginning. I had the hardest time trying to get it in here. I promise y'all. But once I got it, I definitely, I definitely got it. So there we go. Like y'all can see, I was on a roll after that. Now, of course, David was so excited once he saw like, oh wow, mommy's going to blues. So he's like, I want to do it. I want to help. Like he's literally asking me over and over again, can I do it? Can I do it? Please, can I help? Can I do it? And I am going to let him help and do it. It's just I really was rushing at this point because my boyfriend is almost home. So I'm like, oh my God, let me hurry up, try to get these balloons blowed up. And I'm just showing y'all how I got it in there because I really had a hard time. And I know if I had a hard time, somebody else out there probably does too or has as well. There's like a clear space in the front. Like, I'm literally trying to show y'all me doing it and how I got it in there. Because once you find that clear, like, separated space that you're supposed to put it in between, it's like a clear sheet in between that and the red part where there's an arrow showing you where you're supposed to put the stick in. If you can separate those two and find it and put that stick straight through there, you're not gonna have no problems. And once I figured that out, I was good to go. And this was easy as heck after that. So yeah. Now, next problem I had though, because I did have one more issue. I'm talking about I had no problems. I lied. I did have one more issue. This letter H was hell. Like there was something going on with trying to get the air from the one side on the left to the right side or through the middle to the right side. So it's like I was blowing it up for hours. It's what it felt like. I just kept trying to blow it up and it was not working. I was like, I don't know if this is defective. Like, I don't know what's going on. I literally just kept trying because I'm like, there's something not working here. And eventually, I like had to press the side that I did get blown up. I had to press it to like let some of the air through to the middle and then to the other side. And eventually I got it. So it's like I had to kind of pump it up to work. It was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. So if you have a letter H, just know you might have a problem. Okay. And this cost me, I think, like $10 off of Amazon. So honestly, like you get what the hell you pay for it too. So it could also be that it's real cheap too. But the quality was there. And you can reuse these. You can deflate them by sticking the stick right back inside of them and the air will come out. And you can just flatten them back out, fold them back up, and put them back in the package and literally reuse them for another time if you would like. And even just reusing the letters, like you can. And so Seven was so excited about doing these hearts because I told him he can blow up the hearts for me. So I blew him up, like got him started and blew him up most of the way for him because he did not have a lot of like air to blow in there, and he was doing it, but it wasn't like doing much. If that makes sense, like he was blowing, but it's like he wasn't blowing hard enough. I don't know, but we got it. We did it together. We got it together, and we worked it out. Although it was a task, we worked it out. And so y'all see, I'm starting to put these little sticky tabs on here. Now they were not that sticky, so really I say ahead of time, go ahead and buy you some type of double-sided tape. Just in advance, go ahead and get some. And get something that's real durable, that's real good. And it's not gonna tear your walls up because obviously you don't want that. And maybe really if you could buy some command strips and just cut those up into little pieces, you can use those too. And honestly, I would think that's the best option because it's not going to damage your walls, but it's also going to get the job done. So yeah, and you can get the cheap ones too. Like you don't have to buy none that's for like no heavy pictures, obviously, or anything. So you'll be good. I'm gonna do that next time. Clearly, I didn't this time, but next time I got it, and I'm gonna do much better. And I'm trying to make sure like I'm putting them up, obviously, like in a perfect line, but I'm not doing that because I'm rushing. I'm stepping on top of my pillows. Oh, this was just stressful. And I'm a short person, y'all. So trying to reach the top of this was so hard for me. I really should have probably grabbed like a little stepping stool or something and put it on the bed before I did this because that would have helped me out and not made it so stressful or strenuous on me. But eventually I was able to like get everything lined up properly and get everything looking exactly how I wanted it to. So y'all will get to see it in a second, the finished outcome and how everything looks once it all came together at the end. And after a few adjustments, as I can see, it looks perfect. So now we're just gonna get the bed made up and everything set up to look good for when he comes in for the surprise. So here's our rice and our lamb all done. Looking so good and so yummy. I did use paper plates when I plated this up, but who cares? And then I made some broccoli as well. Lastly, the star of the show, our beautiful homemade cheesecake. And as always, peace and love. See y'all in the next one.
Don't care about no cuffing, you wanna keep bustin' it. Don't let me know when you came. I love you in so many ways. Don't know why you never complain. With you, I can never be shamed. And I usually never say never. How shit, look at me today. Lay your vibe, I don't need no sage. Cut coat and your color glaze.